Hey, what's going on everybody? It is Hawks21 here, back with episode 5 of my Splinterlands Beginner's Guide series. So there's a lot of third-party tools and websites that can help you sort of get ahead in Splinterlands, or, in this case, give you more information that you can't necessarily see on the first site. That can be really useful and help you make decisions both in cards you're playing, cards you're looking to purchase, if you want to accumulate any other assets outside of cards on the game, there's a marketplace for that. I'm going to show you 3 of my most used tools in this Beginner's Guide series, and that is PeakMonsters, which is the main marketplace where I buy, sell, and rent cards. To me, it's generally just more accurate than the Splinterlands marketplace, so that's where I go. The Hive Engine marketplace, which is where I trade, sell, buy any of the secondary assets in Splinterlands outside of the cards. So if I want to accumulate some SBS or DEC, or if I want to, sell some vouchers to buy DEC, which I'll show you in the video how to do that, that's where I go. And then finally, Splintercards.com. And that's where I sort of look for abilities and different cards I could use to maximize my deck specifically. They have a really good abilities section there that I'll show you in the video. So yeah, if you learned anything from the video, or just enjoy the content, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. That's about it. Let's get into the video. Alright, so the first resource I'm going to show you is the Hive Engine Marketplace. There's a few of these, but this is the one I like to use. It's where you can trade most Hive as well as specifically Splinterlands assets, and exchange them for other Splinterlands assets. So if you go here, you can see, go to tokens up top, you will see every token they list here. DEC, SPS, you can buy packs from here. So when people say you can buy packs on the secondary market, this is what they mean. You can see they're going for $3.05 here. But remember, if you buy them from here, you don't get airdrop points. So that's why they're cheaper. They're taking out the airdrop point value, basically. Vouchers, there's a lot of like Leo Finance is a blogging token. So you get rewarded it for blogging within the Leo Finance community. A lot of these I don't know. Like you can buy Untamed packs here. They're going for $41. Dice packs for $42. Oh, interesting. Dice is worth more than Untamed. So yeah, they have everything here. But this is the main marketplace I use if I wanted to, for example, you know what, I'll show you. I'm going to transfer some of my vouchers here and exchange them for DEC. So to get to your vouchers, you go to shop. I don't have that many vouchers. Yeah, right now I have 1.54 vouchers. I'm going to send, so you're going to hit send. That'll pull up this screen. Select transfer type. You're going to hit Hive Engine, and then the amount you want to transfer to Hive Engine. So I'll just do the 0.541. Transfer out. And it'll give your wallet address. It should be the same as your name. Okay. Sign the transaction. Then it takes a second, but then it will pop up in my Hive Engine wallet. So it just went from the game itself to my Hive Engine wallet. So if I'm going to come down here to vouchers, I'm going to hit the transact button. And at some point it should say that I have a specific amount of vouchers. Yep, right here. So my vouchers showed up. This works just like any marketplace. So I click here. I see that 1.25 Hive. This is all in Hive. This isn't in USD. The USD is listed here, but these prices right here are in Hive. So I'll just take this just to show you. Normally I would put in a price a little bit below the lowest sell order, and it will take a little bit to fill, but it will probably eventually fill. But in this case, just to show you, I do sell. It should sell right away, unless someone scooped that order from me. Sometimes it just takes a little bit. All right, and you see my Hive just went up to 0.75 Hive. Then I can do whatever I want with that Hive now. So let's see, what do I want to do? I'll buy DEC. It's not investment advice, obviously. Just I'm thinking about buying some cards soon, so the more DEC I have, the better. Same thing, I'm just going to take this order. If this doesn't happen, just change the quantity down 0.01 and it will go through. And this again should go through right away, and you'll see I'll have 222.929 DEC, which I can then send back into the game. Yep, so showed up here. Then to send it back in the game, you go to Splinterlands, to the DEC tab, transfer, select wallet, Hive Engine. You can see it lists here where you have your DEC. So I have, this is the 209.29, 29, transfer in. Same thing, it'll take a little bit, and then you'll see that my DEC balance increases by this number. So what I just did was I used the Hive Engine Marketplace to transfer my vouchers there, and then watch this number. Buy DEC with the Hive, boom, right there. And then transfer the DEC back into the game. So now this DEC will help me get more SPS. It'll be used to buy cards. So that's how you, this is the main way to, trade around assets within Splinterlands, is to use the Hive Engine Marketplace. Tribal Decks is another one that people use, and I believe they're affiliated. Some people have had problems with Hive Engine. I personally haven't, and it's the one I'm most comfortable with. But things would work the same on Tribal Decks. I just haven't used it, so I don't feel comfortable sort of explaining and walking you through it. But yeah, this is the Hive Engine. So this is how when someone says they bought something on the secondary market, or they're buying a ton of SPS or whatever it is, this is where it happens. All right, at number 2 on the list, we have splintercards.com. Again, I'm going to have all of the links to all 3 of the resources I show you in the description of the video, so feel free to check it out from there. So Splinter Cards has a ton of tools that I've barely even touched on. I only use them for like very specific instances, but you can calculate some of your SPS airdrops or staking calculators, see how much you could potentially get. You can see updated loot chest values. So it shows here like what you can expect in different loot chests across different leagues. Has pack values, so if you were to buy, one strategy you could do is you could try to see if you can buy some packs for less than the expected value, sell all of the pack holdings, and then keep buying more packs and sort of try to arbitrage that way. But the main reason why I'm showing you this are because of this abilities tab. So this to me is one of my favorite Splinterlands tools in general. So this allows you to click on any of these one's abilities, and it pulls up the monster and the level of that monster that has that ability. So, I just made a video on taunts, right? And having backline taunts with range. So right here, if I was to click the taunt, if you don't know the pictures also, you can switch to names and it'll give the names, but I prefer the picture view. So I clicked a taunt, and here it shows me every monster in the game that has taunt and the level at which they get it at. So for taunt, it's all level 1, so kind of a bad example. But if you saw my video and you're like, what are the backline tanks? With taunt, you could see Wave Brood here and the Mycelic Slip Spawn. Let's do, let's say for example, this new Amplify ability, right? So you want to find some cards with Amplify because you want to try to use it and you think it's an undervalued rule set. You click Amplify, and this gives you all of the monsters and at their different levels they get Amplify. So each Splinter has one. But you'll see for this neutral card, you got to get them to level 4. So that's silver. This epic card doesn't get it until level 4, and that's gold. Here, this epic level 2 is silver. Gold level 2 is silver. Silver. Then common 6 is gold. So you can see silver and gold, you start getting the ability to play Amplify. Let's do one more. Let's do cleanse. So for the poison rule sets, you always want to cleanse your monsters in the front so they aren't poisoned anymore. you can just click cleanse, and it brings up all of the cleanse monsters. You can then look at these levels and sort of make a determination, you know, which one of these should I buy that fulfills what I need. So this is a great tool that I use. And then the other one is the abilities. Nope, sorry, not abilities, the rule sets. So similar idea. You can click on a specific rule set, and it'll give you sort of a rundown of what it means and a little bit of strategy as to how to go about it. So like for equal opportunity, right? It says speed and HP is the trick here, right? Because if you have a bunch of low HP monsters, or if you're really slow, the other team's all going to go first and just destroy you. Another thing is, let's do, what's a good one? Let's do blast. So you'd think you'd want fast monsters here. Yep. So fast monsters with snipe, sneak, and opportunity, because you want to be hitting that back line. And then again, shield and void you want, because there's going to be a ton of damage being blasted around. So yeah, these are the two things I use this website for. So first is just getting a general idea of some strategy around the rule sets, and then also knowing which cards have which abilities. So when I want to use an ability, I know to come here and try to find, you know, whatever monster within the level of the league that I'm playing in that I can go out and try to purchase. So last, but certainly not least, we have PeakMonsters.com. Again, links will be in the description. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time going into the, you know, how to do specific actions on PeakMonsters, because I'm going to make a separate video walking through that. I just want to introduce you to the resource right now. And basically, it is the main marketplace I use to buy, sell, and rent cards. The Splinterlands built-in marketplace isn't that great. It's a little laggy. A lot of times you have stale prices. And so I've found that PeakMonsters tends to be more accurate and allows you to do things such as, you know, bid on cards, you know, where in Splinterlands on the actual marketplace you can only buy. Here you can bid. You can also bid on rentals. So you can put in a bid and say, I want to rent this card at this price. And if someone, you know, rents it out for that, you'll get it, assuming you were the first person to do it. So here, I'm just going to quickly go through. Again, there's going to be a separate video covering this, but here you can see, here's all of your cards. If you click on the My Cards tab, obviously. And, you know, you can filter by certain things. So if I just wanted to look at my water deck, say I wanted to just look at my water legendary, here's all of my water legendary cards, for example. So yeah, it's just a nice tool where you can easily see your deck in a list type format, and you can change it to like, you know, grid or, you know, full on list. But I prefer to do the bulk view because you can just see more. You can buy or sell cards from here. So like, for example, if I click on the acid shooter, it's going to pop up here, and then I can hit sell and set a price for it, and that will list it on the marketplace. If you come up here to buy, this pulls up PeakMonsters version of the marketplace that you would see on the Splinterlands site. Again, it's just far more accurate to me. And again, you have all of these filters over here that can allow you to get to the exact card that you want. Yeah, so if you click here, there's two interesting tools. So first is bid, right? So this card's a bad example because it's so low. But if I go here and scroll down, let's use, let's use, not Kron. Where's Kitty? Let's use Kitty as an example, right? So if you look here, you'll see that the high bid right now is $327. And the low ask, so what someone's selling it for, is $449. So if I wanted to come in and say, you know what, I'm willing to buy one at $333, and I hit confirm, I would then become this high bid. And if someone listed a kitty for $333, it would automatically trigger to me. So this is just a way you can put in bids for cards where you don't have to be constantly watching the market. If there's a card you really like, you can just set a bid. You need to have the DEC to cover the bid until you get to higher levels on PeakMonsters based on money spent. But again, that will be in the deeper dive. Just so if you wanted to buy, for example, a kitty, but you didn't want to pay $449 and you didn't want to sit and constantly refresh the market, this would be a way you could do it. And the other interesting way to buy, and this is better for where we just were, let's say you want to max out a Pellicore Bandit, but let's say you're playing in gold and you want them to a level 8, you need to buy 220 of them. Well, you could either sit here and click individually on 220 of them, right? No, that would take forever. What you can do instead, which is an amazing feature, go to bulk, type in your 220, that's the amount of BCX you want to buy, click. You'll see the average price, so it's listed for 3 cents, so you know that you're not going really deep down the price. And it'll sort of execute. It'll put all 220 of them up in here, which is your actions tab, and you'll be able to buy them directly from here. The one word of caution when using that feature is if, for example, if I go to, let's go to actually Epics. If I go to Epics, I'm trying to find the Axemaster. Here we go. If I go to Axemaster, and let's say I want 46 of them. So right now, these are going for about $7.50 on the low end. But if I were to buy 46, nope, sorry, I hit bid. If I didn't have any and I wanted to buy 46 of them, you'll see that my average price is now almost $9, right? So there's not enough of them to get around that $7.49 range, which I might not care, right? Like this might be fine to me. I'm pushing the price up by, $2 and I'm fine doing that to buy 46 of them. But just be aware, if this was another card and I had to buy 200 of them, if you push the price up by, $2 or $3 more than you were expecting because there's not many on the market, you could end up spending a lot more money than you were anticipating. So yeah, I would spend some time coming to PeakMonsters and clicking around the marketplace, getting used to it. There's like filters you can set up that makes it really easy to like track your cards. So like I have 2 active bids right now. If I hit active bids, oh, 1 active bid. Did my other one just fill? Oh no, I'm in Epic, sorry. See, you gotta be careful about these filters. So I have 2 active bids right now that I can see I'm still the high bid. This is just a quick screen for me to check, like I'm at 61 cents. If someone lists one for 62 in the amount that I need, so I'm trying to buy 80 so I can get 100. If someone were to put up 80 for, 62 cents, I would probably just buy it and then remove my bid. But for now, I'm waiting. So yeah, this is a really great tool. There's so much to go into that I'm going to make a separate video on it. But this is the marketplace you should use. There's a whole rental section too, and then as well as this explore. That can help you sort of build your deck in very strategic ways, but that'll need to be another video. For now, get into PeakMonsters. I would tell you to consider buying your cards from here because you're just going to get more accurate and more consistent pricing. And then stay tuned for a future video where I really dive into PeakMonsters and all the really cool things you can do on this site. Thank you so much to anyone who watched all the way to the end here. I hope you got something out of this. Those are just 3 tools that I use all the time, and they've really enhanced my Splinterlands gameplay and sort of how I play the market. So really wanted to pass it along to you guys. If you learned anything or just enjoyed the content, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Getting close to that 100 number, and once I do hit 100, I am going to do some sort of big giveaway. So you'll definitely want to make sure you're subscribed for that. All right, that's it. Talk to you guys soon.